Hey everybody, and welcome to Meals with Melissa, where I come up with healthier versions of things you love to eat. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little springish, and I'm feeling like fresh sounds phenomenal right now. So today we're gonna make a celery and apple with walnut salad. So that's what we're making today. Now, super simple because you know I don't do complicated, but what we're gonna do, you're supposed to start with a medium bowl, but apparently I don't own a medium bowl. I own a small and a large one. So because I want it to be see-through so you can see what I'm doing, we're gonna use the large bowl. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Now, you should have some of this on hand. The best way to use this is raw, not cooked. It really wasn't designed. Sometimes I'll use it for roasting, but for the most part, it's great for dressings and things like that. So we're gonna add 3 tablespoons, and I'm kind of cheating. I'm using a 2 tablespoon and a 1 tablespoon, because that's what I have, to the bowl. All right, and to that, we're going to add, I'm just double checking my nice little menu here, 2 teaspoons of honey. Okay, so, we like to use the unfiltered, raw, organic honey. This is just what we get at Costco. We tend to use a lot of it. So we're gonna add 2 teaspoons to our little concoction here. I just like to check the amounts because, I don't want to mess it up. All right, so 1, and it's very thick, of course, so I'm gonna have honey all over my fingers. Works for me. A little bit sweet. Now, if you're trying to stay away from sugar, obviously honey is a better option, than some of our processed sugars, but if you don't want to be using it because you're trying to do super low carb or just really stay away from any sort of sugars, you can also use some sort of stevia or sugar substitute. I don't like to use a lot of sugar substitutes just because sometimes, depending on the type, it can really mess with your gut. And I don't love feeling, bloaty and tight, and yeah, I just don't love it. Okay, so it's not really coming out of the spoon, but we're gonna make that work for now. All right, so to that, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Now, of course, I'm just gonna use what I have in the house. I'm a big fan of that. Instead of going to run to the store every time you need something, try and see what you have in the house first and then go to the store. So if I had some fresh lemons, which I do not currently because they would be up there, that's what I would use, but I'm just gonna use some already expressed lemon juice. So 2 tablespoons, let's just use the big one. All right. Now, I do love using fresh herbs. I love the smell. I love just how it just kind of adds to the recipe. So I'm going to use some fresh cut thyme, and I've just chopped it up so that I can add it to this very easy. Like I said, I love the smell. It just makes everything so awesome. I'm gonna use about 1.5 teaspoons. I've already cut it up. I'm just gonna throw it in there, and I'm gonna add to that just a little bit of salt and pepper. Now, at my house, we use a lot of Celtic sea salt because this is the best option that they have. It does actually, believe it or not, contains a little bit of magnesium in it, so it's a better hydration when you're using it within your system because osmosis. All right, so I'm just gonna use just a pinch of that and a little bit of black pepper. And of course, this is to taste, so whatever works for you, you might want to mix it up, taste it, and then add a little more if that works for you. So, grabbing the pepper, which I should have grabbed beforehand. There it is. Okay. Lots of stuff we get from Costco. Even with 2 of us, we tend to do a lot of cooking. So, I'm just going to eyeball this like I do a lot of the things that I do. And then I'm going to use a whisk to mix this up. Now, I've already pre-cut everything, so it might take a little longer than it's taking me, but that's okay. All right, so to this, I am going to add, 3 stalks of celery, very thinly sliced. So I've already done that. Ooh, pretty. So got that done ahead of time, so it's all cut and ready to go. I'm gonna throw that in there. So it ends up being about 1.5 cups, okay? To that, I'm also gonna add 1 medium red apple, also thinly sliced. Now, I just picked what looked good at the store. I am very careful though that I check to make sure that it does not have a bunch of extra coating. I wash them really good. Not a bad idea to wash all your fruits before you utilize them in your recipes. All right, so I'm gonna add that. Okay, so 1 medium red apple, finely sliced. I'm also going to add 1/4 cup of thinly sliced red onion. Now, if you don't like raw red onion, like I know a lot of people don't, you can use something in place of that. You can use some olive sweet, something else. That's totally up to you, but I've got it already thinly cut. I'm gonna throw that in there. So far, smells phenomenal. Love that. All right. Now, the last thing I'm gonna add is some walnuts. Yay! Now these are rough chopped. Now I would actually probably toast them as the recipe says to, but I'm not going to get that done right now. I just like to use a pan, just a dry pan, heat it up, just kind of move them around for a few minutes so they don't get burnt. You can also toast them in the oven if you choose to, but for today I'm just going to throw them in there and mix it all up. So about a 1/4 cup of coarsely chopped walnuts. I love walnuts. I'm not gonna lie, I love candied walnuts, but we're not gonna do that today because again, we've already got honey in there. All right, so I'm gonna grab a rubber scraper from my concoction of tools that I have back here. And I'm just gonna mix this until it's coated and ready to go. And like I said, I'm so ready for spring and summer at this point. Even though we've had a very mild winter this year, oh, I am just ready for some sun. Let me tell you, every time the sun comes up and I walk outside and it's freezing, I know it's teasing me and it's just kind of sad. All right, so I'm just gonna mix that up and you can serve it fresh or keep it in the refrigerator for a little bit until your guests arrive and voila. Like I said, easy. I just love easy. I just don't do complicated. There you go. So, you know, guys, I get my very best ideas from you. So if you have a recipe you would like to share with us, that would be fantastic. Just make sure it's not too complicated. Probably no more than 10 ingredients. I like to keep it simple for everybody that's participating in that. Now, if you have not been to my YouTube channel, you might want to hop over there and subscribe to Fillmore Fitness. Make sure you also hit the notification bell so you get all of the new recipes coming out, because my job is to make a healthier lifestyle a much easier job for you. So there you go. And that's all she said. That's all she said. That's all she wrote. And have a great one, you guys. Next time, we'll find something else great to make. But meanwhile, hop over to my YouTube channel and see what else might look good to you. Have a great day, you guys. Stay healthy, my friends.